Driving by on the highway, it's hard to say what kind of building this is or what's inside. The sign says shelter or refuge for the mentally handicapped. The wet blankets drying in the sun smell strongly of urine. In the evening, some clouds move in and the wind picks up and people come out of the building to gather up the blankets. They live here out in the desert because they've gone crazy and have been rejected by society. The social services in Ciudad Juárez cannot take care of them. Their families are either too poor or they do not want them. This place, this shelter, began in 1998 with private donations raised by one man, a born-again street preacher from Juárez.
My name is Pastor José Antonio Galván. This is a mental institution in the middle of the desert of Juárez, Mexico, just across the border. We are about 15 miles from the border right here. That's a beautiful desert. And I got 110 patients. My child, that's my child, not my patient, my child. And that is a mental institution, especially for the person on the street, for the people who they lay down on the street like trash. Nobody wants them except Jesus Christ and your servant. Your servant. The 90% of the population of this place, they had a problem with the drugs. The other 10%, they got from the family, you know. But the 90% is because the addiction to some drugs. And they came from United States. A lot of people are deported from United States. The embassy of Mexico, they send it to me. The police department, they pick him up and they bring it to me. The more dangerous persons in Juarez is right here because nobody wants them. Nobody support them. Now, Hugo, he was doing so many drugs, everything. Dinner, cocaine, heroin, and finally, he blew his mind. He's been here with us for a year already. ¿Qué le hacías tú?
A la marihuana.
¿Qué más?
Nomás al tiner, la cocaína.
Tiner, cocaine,
Whiskey.
inhalants, whiskey,
Tequila.
everything. Todo.
Otra.
She's Crystal. They deported from California. Do you speak English?
Yeah,
Talk to her.
I talk a lot of English, a lot of. I'm American citizen.
And then what happened?
Then I was.
She makes so much drugs. She was deported from California. And then the first time, we were talking back in the 201, and she was here and she escaped. And then after 3 or 4 years, or 7 years, they bring him back. She got a problem, she broke it. A ver tu piernita, mira. They bring him for the hospital too. She broke his, she got the nails coming out.
The pins.
The pain is coming out. We got the doctors coming twice a month. And we are cleaning it up little by little. That is why, ven mijo para que te vean. Yeah. He's very sexual active. So that is why we have to keep him this way. So, and the other one, you got the bars right here, and you know it's so free, so he can make a lot of things. Not right here. So we have to keep the women out of the reach of this guy right here.
He's okay. He seems okay.
¿Está bien? Sí. Sí. Let me tell you the history. Ven, Isaac. ¿Cómo estás, mijo? I was walking, driving my van on the street. It was snowing, and I was so warm on my van. hearing the spiritual songs. And I was driving. When I saw somebody moving beside on one side of the street, it was a man. The only blanket he had was the snow. It was this man right there, alone, like animal right there. And the only thing he had was the snow. And I heard the voice of the Lord tell me, pick him up. And I said, no, Lord, I don't work with the people with mental problems. I'm working with drug addicts. And I start driving again. And after a couple of blocks, I found another person bleeding, dying. The only thing he had too was the snow. And he was hurt. He had this one. He had a big skate right there. And the Lord told me, pick him up. I said, don't. I don't work with these people. And I drove again another block, and I feel the presence of the Lord say, back him up and pick him up. And that's when I start working with these people.